Um, all right,
Ugh. Football
all right.
matches.
Football matches. Do we have to talk about
Nothing
Sunderland?
happens.
Right. Okay. The only thing I would say about Sunderland is it happened. There was a match. It did happen. No, but the most important thing is here to know is that Dr. Phil Barter actually did this stats pack for Sunderland with his on his laptop while he was on the bullet train, going from Kyoto to Tokyo, I believe. So what a legend that guy is. I mean, what the
What a
absolute
mic drop.
the commitment he gives this you lovely subscribers with this stats pack, unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so possession for Sunderland was Liverpool 63%, penalty box touches 35-16, shots 23-9. On target, Sunderland had more, 5-4. In the box, 13-6 for us, 13-5 for us. Big chances was one each. The XG was 1.5 to us, zero point 0.3 to Sunderland. Sunderland's EPV, threat to EPV conversion was only 20%. So I'm sure the doc will have been ecstatic to see Sunderland's threat to EPV conversion as low as that. Ours was 51, not great either, unfortunately. In terms of the match probabilities, Liverpool were 74% win. Match draw was 21%. Sunderland win was 5%. Most likely score, just like the West Ham game, was 1-0 Liverpool at 28% 1-0, and 2-0 Liverpool was 22%. 1-1 was 8% chance. So, yeah, I mean...
Which is about 4 times more than their goal.
Yeah. So, a largely terrible game. Hamzah, what was your overriding emotion watching this match, particularly the first half, I think?
I was lucky enough to be at Arsenal Brentford, so I could watch all those crap set pieces rather than this shambles, and somehow turned out grateful for it. But what I believe the key story of this match is actually the long balls again, but not Liverpool's vulnerability to them. So as we saw in the West Ham match, what Liverpool did, what Slot did was he decided to drop deep, so the team is more compact, to not press high, so that if a team goes long against Liverpool, that they can react well to the second balls. It caught Nuno by surprise. It caught Lebris by surprise, and he admitted as such after the match. He's like, I couldn't believe how much space they gave us this build-up. And Liverpool, I think, so they kicked at a 28.6% long ball rate. That's really high, right?
Really
Remember,
high, yeah.
Liverpool's issues usually kick in when an opponent kicks 20% or more. The 28 is colossal. And I think largely they sort of dealt with those okay because of the positioning. But this is not and to be fair, Slot admitted this as well. This is not a sustainable tactic. You can't be a top team and give Sunderland and West Ham the ball so because you're a bit worried and not press them because you're a bit worried about how they're going to sort of attack the second balls. This the rate at which Liverpool are targeted is extreme. It's more than any other team in the league. But this can't be the game plan going forward because it's not sustainable for the long term, and it sends a wrong message to the team. It sends a wrong message to the fans. It's really hard to uplift the Anfield crowd with this current set of results. But if you're sitting back and letting Sunderland have the ball, I mean, you can understand why so many people just bored watching the match. Yeah, I don't know what the answer is. And when you look at the Leeds match as well, I mean, long balls was a theme there. They're quite good at using long balls, using them to disrupt Chelsea as well. And in the first half, I think Liverpool dealt with them really well, and then they just sort of lost their shape again second. But yeah, there has to be a way to still maintain the intensity of a man-to-man press and force an opponent into mistakes and turnovers and giving the ball to the goalkeeper and kicking long in ways that are disadvantageous to them. I either kick long out of play or kick long under pressure so we can win the ball back cleanly rather than this. This is... I don't know what the solution is, but looking at this can't be it.
No, I mean, I think we talked about when you're in a hole, there are things you need to do in the short term and things almost any long term ideas you have, have to be parked at Hamzah, because your only focus is on putting out the fire and getting out the hole, right? And this is right. This is a short-term thing to deal with a problem, whilst we can maybe get a bit of stability. We can try and turn the overall, the process, in slightly more in our favour, and get a bit more confidence back amongst the players, right? But it was painful to watch, wasn't it? It really was.
Yeah, I didn't fancy going through the match again.
No, Rhodesy?
On that. So you just kind of touched on it there, and in the group. So your first action is to shore up the defence, to stop conceding big chances, stop conceding lots of extra units. Yeah. Have we done that?
We have. Since the Villa game, we have the fewest big chances conceded in the league. So we've gone from, I think we might have been 20th before that. If not, we were 19th in the first 9 games. So we've gone from worst to first, which, so in the last 6 games, 3 big chances conceded in those matches, plus 2 penalties. Yeah. So, yeah.
And that's with and without Salah, so it's not a Salah thing. I'm not making that point.
Yeah.
But is it costing us an attack because we aren't creating? We aren't.
No.
In those same 6 games, I'm pretty much sure we're on the Arsenal 4-0 against Spurs, maybe, but they haven't created much big chances in their games either. Top of the league in terms of attacking. So I know it's not the solution. But is nobody taking into account all the other factors? The penalties, the brain farts. The frustration of your Gakpo cutting inside, not seeing Gurkha's on the outside. So, what I'm trying to figure out is, because I've been impressed with Wirtz in the games that he's been brought in and been given a free will. So, what I'm trying to figure out is, Are we slowly trying to? And Isak's got a goal in there. Katike's got 2 goals in that time.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a slow process to get the effectiveness in attack? Because it seems like the baseline is there in defence, but it doesn't take into account the Konate decision at 2-0 up when we had 1.5 XG against Leeds and they had 0.2. Everything was perfect in that game, and then it all went to shit. Right? I carried on going to shit after the game.
Yeah.
So,
as Hamzah said last week, Konate was good until he wasn't.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to figure out is, were the underlying numbers good until a brain fart or till a tactical decision from the manager? What was the issue at Leeds? Because it seemed to be going really well.
I think so. Across these 3 games,
and Sunderland scored a deflected goal off Van Dijk from 30 yards.
Yeah, from a 2% chance. Yeah, and shit happens. So since
keeps happening, though. It keeps happening.
Yeah, since the Villa game, the team non-penalty expected goal difference is about 0.7 per game. Now, 0.7 per game, just for context, that's probably about the team that finishes 3rd in the Premier League in the average Premier League season. They'll be about 0.6 or 0.7 non-penalty XG per game. Last year, obviously, we won the league. We were 1.2 per game, but those levels have gone, right? So Villa was 0.8, City was 0, Forest was 0.3, West Ham 0.9, Sunderland 1, and Leeds 1.3. So the idea being that if you keep those numbers in your favour, under control, at some point the results are going to turn, because your process is better, and if you have a better process, you have a better chance of getting better outcomes. I know the outcomes can vary because of shit happening, but at the moment, I think, Rhodesy, that when there is something goes against us, we can, and then there is some adversity, that the confidence is so fragile, the team cannot react to setbacks.
Not at all. No, they do react. They react terribly.
Yeah, they can't react positively to setbacks, and they can't handle the adversity at the moment.
They can't handle the adversity. They look like they're all expected to concede a stoppage time equaliser. They look like they're expecting it to deflect off Van Dijk's arse and go into a corner. They look like they're expecting a penalty to be given after 10 reviews. They look like all those things as soon as something goes wrong. Whereas in the first hour, it was a cracking game, and it looked like we'd taken control of it in the second half.
Oh yeah, have we moved on to Leeds now?
But both, because while we didn't have the attacking output against Sunderland, the Verts were just a Verts big chance. To me, until that big chance in the last minute for Sunderland, the Chiesa blocked, I thought we had that control. Now it was not a progressive control like Hamzah touched upon.
Yeah.
Sometimes we were letting them have the ball, we weren't pressing.
Yeah.
There wasn't that energy there, but we still had control. We weren't conceding anything. Against West Ham, it was the same. Against Villa, it was the same. Villa have won every game since they played us.
Yeah. So the way I would say it was, Hamzah said that 28% long ball rate is massive from Sunderland, right? So, but we managed that long ball threat, and we didn't concede anything. They had one. I think they had a header that sort of flicked the side netting, didn't they? That was it. Yeah, from a set piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you concede a goal from a deflected 30-yard shot on the own goal. I mean, what can you do? Hamzah, your thought?
The other key context here, though, is it's West Ham, Sunderland, and Leeds.
Yeah.
So if you if you are going to average 0.7 xG, great. But against West Ham, Sunderland, and Leeds over the course of the season, you're probably going to average 1.5 against them, right? Because against good teams, you'll average less.
Yeah.
And these are, including Forest as well. I mean, these are some of the worst teams in the league. And Liverpool have looked okay against them. Now, of course, the other key context is Liverpool have been bad recently, right? So you've gone from bad to okay. Objectively, that's good. But we've gone from bad against decentish teams to okay against bad teams.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you can learn about that. I think the intermatch will be an interesting test.
Whether you can see any improvement, isn't it? So it's whether you can see that have we improved anything? So we've improved defensively, but we're still making defensive errors.
Yeah.
Would if the team played the same way against Sunderland and West Ham and Leeds, would the outcomes have been any different as they did earlier this season? They probably would have conceded a few chances and goals because of mistakes, because they were also prevalent early in the season. But they might have actually attacked well too. I'm not quite sure. Whilst I definitely see the improvement in the big chances faced, because that was a massive issue, and I think we've seen since, like you said, Villa and Real Madrid, that major problem has been improved. Again, some of that came down to individual mistakes as well. But beyond that, I'm not quite sure I'm seeing improvement.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was the biggest issue. So if there is going to be a thing...
Well, we said on the last...
It's the one too, right?
Yeah, we said on the international break, the two biggest problems are big chances conceded and errors. And so one of those has gone away, the other one hasn't. And as I said, the PSV only had one actual big chance, I think. And their just finishing was just unreal, wasn't it? And the penalty. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll wait for that, the slot question.
Right. Does anybody else have anything to say about Sunderland, or should we never speak of this match again?
No.
Okay. So brings us on to Leeds, the fateful Leeds match. So Hamzah, do you want to walk us through that team selection?
Yeah, sure. Salah didn't play. What? Again, third match in a row.
Yeah.
Fire bomb emojis in everyone's family group chat, whatever.
I hope he reacted well.
So I think there was some big changes. Obviously, Kirkes was back. For Robinson.
And Bradley.
Yeah, Bradley. We haven't even mentioned fucking Joe Gomez started again against Sunderland. And Curtis Jones, I think, was back as well, Hamzah, over Alexis McAllister, which is a big deal.
Yeah. And then Curtis has been playing well. I think he had quite a lot.
Full season, he's played well.
Yeah. I know a lot of people say, well, Szoboszlai has been clearly the best player, but I think Curtis has been really consistent and really important when he has played. We've just got to be careful with managing his minutes, just knowing his injury history. But yeah, you had the Curtis alongside Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Wirtz, Gakpo, and then Ekitike up top.
That was another big change from Isak.
Yeah. Isak was a bit high in terms of minutes. I think Wirtz is as well, but they've gambled on him a bit, and I think Slot's been a bit open about that.
By the way, thoughts on Isak versus Sunderland, Hamzah?
Did he play?
He had 3 shots, but I think 2 were blocked and 1 was wide. Yeah. I understand it's a bit... it's a bit hard to get involved when the team is playing as bad as they did in the first half. But in the second half, the penalty crosses going in, he just didn't get on the end of them. Yeah. I think, rhythm will come.
If it scores the big chance, then probably could be a different game, to be honest, isn't it? But anyway, so I think 5 changes in this one, all told, for Leeds. And Hamzah, talk to us about Leeds, because they've undergone. Daniel Farke is also a coach under extreme pressure in the Premier League, and he's had a bit of a radical change of plan recently as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, we can go a little bit further back, because when he was with Norwich, everyone just thought, this guy knows how to coach attacking football for the Championship. He can't do it in the Premier League, and it was true. And last season in the Championship, I think he told the Leeds owners, I'm going to get you promoted, and in doing so, I'm going to also sort of save my reputation. I'm going to reinvent myself. And what they did really well at the start of the season was actually defend quite well. The results didn't show it, right? But the way that they defended was incredible, given how attacking they were last season. They'd have both fullbacks in the box, sometimes ahead of the striker, super high. And they scaled it back, tried to play a bit more defensive. The results didn't come, but the performances were largely okay. However, recently, he changed systems. So with he changed to a back 5, used that against the team they played just before Chelsea, played that against Chelsea. And historically, he's not been a back 5 manager.
City, wasn't it? Against Man City.
Yeah, City. They were 4-0 down. No, they were getting battered.
2-0 down. They brought it back to 2-2, and then Ford had scored in the last minute. Something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They've now got a new system, back 5, 5-3-2, and for a team that is as direct as they are, I think that works for them quite well. Yeah.
Can I just say, Dominic Calvert-Lewin has always been an excellent forward. He's just injury prone. He just can't stay fit enough. But I've always really liked Calvert-Lewin. Anyway, right. So on the stats pack for Leeds, we didn't think we were going to get it. It arrived just about an hour before we started recording. Again, the doc was in his hotel room. The kids were probably asleep anyway, but he's done it for us. What a legend. So 53% possession, Liverpool, 28 touches in the box to 20, 16 shots to 12, 7 on target to 5, 12 penalty box shots to 9, 4 big chances to 2, 2.1 XG for us, 1.6 for Spurs, and the non-penalty, 2.1 for us, 0.8 for Leeds. Threat to XG, both high for both teams, 85% for us, 81% for Leeds. Now, I guess the main thing here we need to talk about is by game state. So when the match was tied, Liverpool 60% possession, shot count, touches in the box 22-8, total shots 12-5. Big chances 3-0 when the game was tied. Non-penalty XG 1.1 to 0.3, and Leeds' threat to XG was 30%, which the doc will be very happy with, as 64. So Rosie, I thought we picked the biggest, most athletic team that we could for this match. That was my rationale. I said, irrespective of the personalities involved, I think you picked the tallest possible team and the most athletic team. Because Leeds had just unravelled Chelsea by basically treating them like Chelsea like they were us at the start of the season, just hammering long balls, direct play, spamming the box. Yeah,
which worked, and they were similar in the second half against Man City.
Yeah.
But as he said, there's a lot more variance in this with Phil's match probability, because we were just about 50% to win this one, yeah, and that's because of conceded a penalty, but conceded more big chances with the value of the shots that they had. Does it go to 1.7?
Yeah, the Monte Carlo does include the pen. because we know that this is obviously the match result. We're not talking about process. So like I said, 49% Liverpool win, 26% Leeds win, 25% draw. Not bad, not great. But the most likely score was a 2-1 Liverpool. That was 14%. Next most likely was a 1-1 and 2-2. Which is likelihood of a 3-3 was 2.5%.
Now, if you do that Monte Carlo after an hour, Dan, when we're 2-0 up and we've not conceded anything, it's 95%, isn't it?
Yeah, at least, yeah.
So to me, it was peak Dejan Lovren madness, wasn't it? It was a brain fart definition in action. A player going away. Now, if we were talking about process, the first half wasn't great for either side. Not much was created apart from, is it Van Dijk's header?
Yeah. But I thought, Rosie, I thought we were establishing control of the game, and we had quite a dominant style without conceding much and without creating much. I still thought, but I thought we were on the front foot and we looked a lot more secure in possession and a lot more, but we didn't have that end product. But at the same time, we weren't being undone by Leeds' direct play either.
No, so we dealt with that, but you can understand why people off the back of Sunderland, having another half of that to endure, might not have seen the improvement. But what followed was superb, how we came out and imposed ourselves on the game, like I thought we did in the 3 or 4 of the first 5, not in the Newcastle game, but when we were having poor halves last season, we were coming out in the second half and being really effective, like he'd make some changes, like something had clicked or something had improved, whereas in this one we did until the Canate moment. And you have to talk about defensive errors and defensive brain fart.
You do.
So you can't. I don't see how a manager he picks him, so he keeps picking him. So if he keeps making brain farts, then that's his fault, isn't it? But at the same time, having a player do that when you are in prime 3-point, like 95 to 97% likelihood of winning the game from that position, it's just like, oh no. And you could feel it. You could see shoulders drop, like watching like watching the 14's game.
So let's talk about that first half, Hamzah. I mean, Virgil van Dijk in this match had 14 aerial duels, which 12 were in the first half. I think all of them seemed to be over against Calvert-Lewin. So the keeper would go long, the centre-back would go long, and Virgil would just win it. And to be fair, we talked about, Hamzah, you talked a lot about what happens after we win that initial contact. And most of Virgil's clearances went straight to, they were passes to other Liverpool players. It was relatively comfortable considering the problems we've had against that tactic this season, right?
All right, the Reds, it's Jack here, and that was a clip from one of Anfield Index's audio podcasts. If you have enjoyed the video, make sure you do like, share and subscribe to keep up to date on all things LFC. We record around 100 audio podcasts every month, with our shows featuring match-going fans, top journalists, professional analysts, and even Liverpool legends along the way, with the great Dane himself, Jan Molby, joining us every single week. If you want to listen to all our podcasts for free, head over to anfieldindex.com/podcasts. Our audio shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Anfield Index. Or if you prefer to listen to all our podcasts in full and without any ads, why not head over to AI Pro today to check it out now at AnfieldIndexPro.com. If you want to get involved in the great growing community of Liverpool fans, check out the Anfield Index Discord. The link is in the description. Do get involved with that, from Reds around every corner of the globe. For now, Reds, hope you enjoyed this video.